ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So to have the practice of chanting, we will chant and afterwards we will pick up the thread of the discussion which we had left in the last class. But we will chant this stotra shloka. I will chant, you can repeat. Pratah Smaranam Bhavabhitiharam Suresham Gangadharam Vrishabhavahanamambikesham Khatvangashulavardabhayahastamisham Samsararogaharamaushadamadvitiyam. One more time. Pratah Smaranam Bhavabhitiharam Suresham Gangadharam Vrishabhavahanamambikesham Khatvangashulavardabhayahastamisham Samsararogaharamaushadamadvitiyam. Can you try now? All of you try. Hastamisham. Good. Done well. So we were seeing Stotram is a devotional activity, and we were seeing the definition of devotion. It can be seen in two ways. Devotion as highest love for the Lord, and devotion is certain activities which invoke the devotion in us. And now somebody may have this question that, Swamiji, what is the role of this devotion in the pursuit of moksha, freedom? Because that is where we started, that there are some misconception about the place of bhakti. Bhakti, the love for the Lord, is very important in the pursuit of moksha, because moksha prapti is Ishvara prapti. Ishvara prapti, Brahma prapti is moksha, because Ishvara, Brahman is moksha swarupaha. Therefore, my love for Ishvara is my love for moksha. And without love for the goal, you cannot pursue the goal. Just because you are having some fascination for something or some cognitive ideas are there, they are not good enough. Moksha pursuits may take long time for most of the people, and one needs to sustain the pursuit. And you can sustain the pursuit when you have love. So, love for Ishvara helps me sustain the pursuit of moksha, because pursuit of moksha is pursuit of Ishvara. And when I have love for something, I get energy. You have seen this. When you love someone and you have to do something for that person, even though you are tired, but because of your love for the person, you will be able to do it. If you don't have love for the person, you will say headache is there, stomach ache is there, this ache is there, it will happen. When you have love for the person, it is different. Love gives you energy. So, in your pursuit of moksha, when love for Ishvara, which is otherwise in the Vedantic language, it also can be called as mumuksha, when that is there, then you will be able to derive energy for the pursuit. Not only that, in the pursuit of moksha, there will be ups and downs. It is not that all the time you are progressing well. There will be situations when you feel that you are not doing enough progress. You will have this feeling being low feeling will be there. And when you have love for Ishvara, love the bhakti for Ishvara, then it will bring you back to the pursuit. It will give you this motivation. It will re-enthuse you for the pursuit. And your trust, because bhakti brings trust in Ishvara, and your trust in Ishvara will again put you back to the pursuit. Otherwise, many people not having this background or the backup or the strength of bhakti, they give up the pursuit. And therefore, the bhakti for Ishvara is very important. And Shastra says one important thing in the Shvetashvatar Upanishad. Yasya deve para bhaktihi yatha deve tatha gurau tasyate kathita hyarthaha prakashante mahatmanaha. Means the people who have got devotion for the Lord and devotion for the Guru, for them alone the words of the scriptures will be revealed truly. If devotion is not there, these words will be heard, but words will not be understood properly. And therefore, devotion is very much required for the pursuit of moksha. And for invoking the devotion, strengthening the devotion, the devotional activities, Kayika, Vachika, Manasa, we saw this morning, or Navada Bhakti, all these are required. In fact, the whole pursuit of Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga and Jnana Yoga can be called Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means a series of sadhanas for the attainment of Ishvara, attainment of Paramatma, Moksha. Why it is called Bhakti Yoga? Karma Yoga is a Bhakti Yoga. Why? Because Karma Yoga is possible only when you have got Bhakti for Ishvara. Secular Karma Yoga is not possible. Nowadays people try to bring Karma Yoga without bringing Ishvara. That is not Karma Yoga. It may be some technique. But Karma Yoga is Karma Yoga when you bring Ishvara in your life. When you have got the attitude of worshipping the Lord through karma. So Karma Yoga is not possible without Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is, or Bhakti is the essence of Karma Yoga. Bhakti alone make karma, Karma Yoga. Therefore, Karma Yoga can be called Bhakti Yoga. Upasana Yoga, of course, is Bhakti Yoga. because upasana is of Ishvara. And without bhakti you cannot do upasana, and therefore upasana yoga, meditation on the Lord, also can be called bhakti yoga. And jnana yoga, consisting of shravana, manana, nididhyasanam, is also called bhakti yoga, because this shravana, manana, nididhyasanam is not possible without having devotion for the Lord. That is why Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he is calling the seeker of knowledge as Jignasu Bhaktaha. Jignasu Bhakta in the 7th chapter is the one who is desirous of knowing Paramatma, having devotion for Paramatma. Therefore, Jnana Yoga also can be called Bhakti Yoga. Why? Because Jnana Yoga is not possible, not effective without having the element of devotion for Ishvara. Therefore, one more definition of Bhakti or Bhakti Yoga is, it is a series of sadhana for the attainment of Ishvara. Bhakti Yoga is a series of sadhana consisting of 3 sadhanas, Karma Yoga, Upasana and Jnana Yoga. All 3 of them can be called Bhakti Yoga. So, Bhakti Yoga is not a separate path for moksha. Bhakti Yoga is a name given to all the sadhanas done for the attainment of knowledge, which is the means for moksha. If this clarity is there, then you will not be confused, because confusion comes when clarity is not there. Thus, bhakti means love for the Lord. Bhakti means the activities invoking the bhakti in me, devotion in me, and bhakti or bhakti yoga is a name given to the series of sadhanas. Alright. And we were seeing Vandanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. This is Navada Bhakti. And in that, Atma Nivedanam is surrendering Ishvara, surrendering to Ishvara completely. Means, I do what is to be done for the body. I am not worried about the body. I do what is to be done for my spouse and children, but I surrender my children, my spouse to the care of Ishvara. Somebody was asking me other day that, Swamiji, what to do? I am worried about so many people. When people tell their problems, I am so much worried about that. One way of handling this issue is, you imagine that person in your hands and you say, oh Lord, I am handing over this person to your care. You take care of me, you take care of him or you take care of her, and you inspire me to do whatever is to be done for that person. I will become instrument to do whatever is to be done for that person. I do not take charge of the person. Bhagavan, you are in charge of everybody. I am just instrument in your hands. And for the body also, I am just instrument. I surrender my body to you, my all possessions to you, my relations to you. That is called Atma Nivedanam. And I tell you, more surrender you have in your life, more relaxed you can be. People are tensed up because there is no surrender. More you surrender to Ishvara, more relaxed you can be. This you have seen. See, child is relaxed. You know why? Because child has surrendered itself to the parents. Generally, I give this example that a man is sitting on the scooter and the wife is there on the back seat and the child is there on the lap of the mother. And this is a small scooter and roads, many potholes are there. Anytime vehicle can come from any side. All risks are there. But child, many times you see, is just sleeping. How can it sleep? You should be very conscious. Anytime my mother may forget, she may drop me, potholes may come, I may jump. No, child is sleeping. Why? It trusts the care of mother. Mother's care it trusts. More you have trust in the order of Ishvara, more you have trust in the care and the timing of Ishvara, more you can be relaxed. And thus, bhakti brings relaxation in your life. Bhakti brings love and care for everybody without worries. I just become the instrument in the hands of Ishvara. And bhakti, which is love for Ishvara, which is my love for moksha, brings motivation. And therefore, bhakti for Ishvara is very important aspect of pursuit of moksha. And people say that, so bhakti is only for emotional people. No. In fact, you need to understand Ishvara to have bhakti for Ishvara. Otherwise, your bhakti will be only some bout of emotions. Your love for Ishvara should be backed by certain understanding of Ishvara. Otherwise, what will happen? When Bhagavan listens to your prayers, you have devotion for Ishvara. When he doesn't listen to your prayers, you get angry and throw away all the vigraha. One lady was praying to Subramanya for her daughter's marriage, and it didn't happen. She got very angry. So all the picture of this Subramanya and all he put in the garbage bin. Angry. It shows that the understanding of Ishvara was not there. If understanding is there, then your devotion will be sustainable. And therefore, sustainable devotion is required, and it is possible when a person has got certain capacity to understand. Therefore, bhakti is not a quality of emotional people. In fact, when you have understood Ishvara, then more and more love will be natural for Ishvara. You will have the sense of wonderment. You will have sense of appreciation of Ishvara's glory. Bhakti will be there. Therefore, don't have this idea that intelligent people, intellectual people will not have devotion. Yeah, intellectual people perhaps may not have the expression of devotion the way other people can have. They may not be jumping, dancing, etc. But devotion will be there. Devotion may not be expressed in the same manner as others can have. That is okay, but devotion will be there. If you understand Ishvara, devotion will be there. And devotion does not mean you have to cry, etc. Devotion means you have love for what Ishvara is. You have appreciation of what Ishvara is. That is what devotion is, and that will be there. And this stotra is one of the devotional activities, Kayika Vachika Bhakti, or it can be a Manasa Bhakti, and in the Navada Bhakti it can be Kirtanam or Smaranam. Now we will see what is the benefit of this stotram. Stotram has got twofold benefits. One is called Adrishta Phalam, other is Drishta Phalam. Adrishta Phalam is invisible result. What is invisible result? When you chant stotra, you will attain the grace of Ishvara. And grace is otherwise called Punyam. Because it is prescribed by the Shastra, it is related to the Lord, therefore you will attain Punyam. And what will we do with Punyam? Punyam will help me to get the conducive situations for the pursuit of Dhanam, pursuit of moksha. One cannot get Guru by some interviewing some teachers, you put an advertisement in the newspaper. wanted a guru, Shrotriya Brahmanistha, highly experienced, minimum 10 years, and already had realization for 20 years, something like that you put. Do you think any guru will apply? And in fact, whichever person applies is not a right guru. I can tell that much. You cannot get guru by advertisement. You cannot say, okay, I will go in search of a guru and I will get by my effort. No. Guru comes in your life by the grace of Ishvara alone. There is no other way. You cannot judge your guru. Why? See, simple principle is examiner should be more knowledgeable than examinee, isn't it? If guru is going to be your examinee, means the one who is appear for your exam, then you are more knowledgeable than guru, whom you are going to accept as a guru. Compared to him, you are more knowledgeable because you are examiner. And if you are more knowledgeable than guru, you don't require guru. You can never decide that this person is a right guru. Some idea you may have, some feeling you may have, but really speaking, right guru, if right guru comes to your life, it is only because of the grace of Ishvara. Therefore, grace of Ishvara is required for attaining guru, but attaining guru is not enough. Some people have got the guru, but the home front situation is so non-conducive, he or she cannot go to learn from guru. Sometimes health is not conducive. Sometimes guru's health is not conducive. Sometimes guru is traveling a lot. What to do? And therefore, you require grace for attaining guru, you require the grace for having the opportunity to learn from guru, you require proper mind, proper health for studying with guru. So, we require lot of grace, otherwise called punyam, and stotra chanting will give me punyam, which is called adrishta phalam, invisible result. Second is visible, drishta phalam, and drishta phalam is discernible result, not visible result, discernible result. And what is that? In stotram, as we have seen earlier, we are singing the glory of the Lord. Oh Lord, you are glorious, you are glorious. So when we are thinking about the glories of Ishvara, then our own ego is put under check. So more you study, more you read stotra with the understanding of meaning, then you appreciate that all the glories belong to Ishvara. This ahankara has no place. So you develop humility, if it is done properly. Second thing is, when you chant stotra and you by heart them, then your mind has got a very good occupation. The people who know by heart this Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, they can chant, so their mind is withdrawn from all other things and available to be focused on the Lord. So this stotra helps you to have very constructive, positive, good occupation for the mind. And this stotra helps you to connect to Ishvara, because stotra is about the Lord. So it provides you a link to get connected to Ishvara. And if you are more and more stotras you are by hearting, then you have to focus on the words, focus on the line, and therefore you get concentration also by chanting more and more stotras. And you become a devotee for longer and longer time. Otherwise what happens? 5 minutes devotee, 10 minutes devotee. From that you become an abiding devotee. And therefore the chanting of the stotra is highly beneficial for a sadhaka. Now One more thing I would like to talk about this stotras. These stotras have got 6 aspects. Some technical details I want to give before we enter into the main stotras. This stotra has got 6 aspects. First aspect is called namaskaraha. Means this stotra will contain namaskaraha, the salutation to the Lord. Tat pranamami sada shiva lingam. Have you heard this? Here also, pratar namami or tasmai shri guru murtaye nama idam. So stotra will have the idea of namaha, namaskaraha. The second aspect is tadashihi. Tadashihi means the blessings of the devata will be invoked. Means the gracious nature of the Lord is invoked. Means, O Lord, you are embodiment of blessings. That idea is invoked in this stotra. Therefore, in Lalita Sahasranama we have got Sadhyaha Prasadini, Shubhakari. All these words are there to invoke that embodiment of blessing, that form of the Lord, Devi, is invoked. And third, Namaskaraha tadashi cha siddhantoktihi. Third is siddhantokti. Means, in this stotra, some siddhanta, the principles of Vedanta will be presented. That is the beauty of the stotra. Like in Lalita Sahasranama, Mithya Jagad Adhisthana. If you know Lalita Sahasranama, one name comes is Mithya Jagad Adhisthana. It is the Adhisthana of this Mithya Jagat. This is a Vedanta Siddhanta. Brahmatmaikya Swarupini, Vedanta Siddhanta. And here also, Srushti Sthiti Pralaya Karanam. Paramatma is the cause of the creation, sustenance and dissolution. This Vedanta Siddhanta, that also is highlighted. And fourth one is Parakramaha, the valor, heroism of Paramatma. Like Chandamunda Suranishudini, Kalaneminiha. Do you know where it comes? Kalaneminiha. Vishnu Sa, Kalanemi, Niha, Viraha. So, all these words are describing these valor of Paramatma. Sarva Shastra Bhrutam Varaha. These are valor of Paramatma. And next one is Vibhuti. Glories in general. Triloka Dhruk, Lokaswami, Triloka Dhruk, Vishnu Sahasranama. And Sarva Shakti Mayi, Lalita Sahasranama. So, the glories of the Devata or Devi will be described in the stotras. And the sixth one is Prarthana, prayer. Sometimes directly prayer. What? Vidyam Buddhim cha Dehi Mahyam Kamalajadaitastakam. So, O Devi, please give me. Then, Namaste Sharade Devi Kashmira Puravasini Vidya, what is it? Second line. Tamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidyadanancha Dehi Me. Directly asking, please give me Vidya. Dhanam Dehi, Putram Dehi, etc. is there in the sutras. Sometimes, the author or the bhakta will be little bit indirect. How? He will say, Bhagavan, you are Haraha. You are Harihi. You know what is the meaning of Haraha? Harati papani iti Harihi. Haraha. Hari also same meaning. Hari generally we use for Vishnu. Hara we use for Shiva, but both are derived from the same root, Hr. One is in pratyaya is Harin, other is ach pratyaya, Har, Hara. And both has got the meaning what? We say, O Lord, you are Hara Hara Mahadeva. O Lord, you are Hara. Means what? You are Hara, so what should you do? You take away our papa. Puja Swamiji used to tell the story. He says, when I used to hear this mantra, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The meaning of this mantra is what? O Hari, O Rama, O Krishna. So he said, this is something, you should tell Bhagavan something. He said, O Hari, O Hari. He said, what is the use of simply telling, O Hari, O Hari? Something you should tell Bhagavan, you do this, you don't do this, something. He said, I was having this question, but one day Puja Swamiji was travelling by train. And on the platform, there was person who was selling tea. And he will be say what? Chai wala. He will say chai wala. So, when you want tea, what will you say? Chai wala. So, what will he do? You don't have to tell anything. You simply say chai wala, he will come, give you tea. Similarly, he says, when we say Hare to Bhagavan, means what? O Lord, you are the remover of dukkha. You are remover of papa. You are addressing Bhagavan. So, Bhagavan will do his job. So, you don't have to tell Bhagavan you do it. You are just invoking that aspect of the Lord. Hare, Hara. If you say, it is also a prayer. So, these are the 6 aspects of the stotras. Namaskara, Ashi, Siddhantokti, Parakrama, Vibhuti and Prarthana. And we will be seeing some of the aspects in this stotra. And one more point before we enter into the stotra is, in the stotra, we will be invoking the Lord in 3 ways. One is, we invoke the Lord with a particular form, like Vakratunda, Mahakaya. Vakratunda means the one who has got curved trunk. That's called Vakratunda. Mahakaya, big body. So, this is invoking the Lord with a particular form. Here also we will be saying Khatvanga Shula Varada Bhayahastam. So, we will be invoking Ganga Dharam, the Lord who is having Ganga in his matted locks. Vrishabha Vahanam, having this bull as his vehicle. So, this is the Lord with a particular form. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Dhari Vishnu, particular form. So, the first way of glorifying, appreciating Ishvara, describing Ishvara is the Lord with a particular form. Vishesha Rupa. Vishesha Rupa Brit Ishvaraha. Ishvara having a particular form. Can be Shiva form, Rama form, Krishna form, whatever form. Second is, we appreciate Ishvara as Jagat Karanam pervading the entire universe. In this form, we are not focusing on a particular form of the Lord. We are telling you are the cause of everything, and being the cause of everything, you are in the form of everything. Vishwarupa Dharam, you are having this cosmic form. Here also Srushti Sthiti Laya Karanam, you are the cause of everything, therefore you are everything. So that is Vishveshwara form being the cause of the Lord, which is called the Jagat Karana, Jagat Rupa Ishvara. That is second way of appreciating Ishvara. Third way of appreciating Ishvara is Ishvara in his attributeless nature. Satyam, Dhanam, Anantam, Ashabdam, Asparsham, Avyaktam means you are free, you are beyond perception, you are formless, you are pure consciousness, you are attributeless, Nirgunaha, Nirguno Mahan in Vishnu Sahasranama, Nirgunaha. So the third way of appreciating Ishvara is seeing Ishvara as attributeless ultimate reality called Brahma. So we appreciate Ishvara with a particular form, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, Karpura Gauram Karunavataram. So particular form, or Ishvara as all, Jagat Karanam, being cause of everything, who is in the form of everything. That is the second. Third is attributeless, pure existence consciousness. That is another way of appreciating Ishvara. And in most of the stotra, all three will be there. Some will be more, some will be less. But all these three ways of appreciating Ishvara will be there. And in the third one, sometimes Atma Rupena Ishvara Stutihi, glorifying Ishvara as Atma. Oh Ishvara, you alone are. You alone are in the form of Atma, myself. Pratyag Rupa, in Lalita Sahasrama it comes Pratyag Rupa. The Devi is in the form of the inner self itself. Jivaha, Ishvara is in the form of Jiva himself, Atma itself. Thus, in the third one, attributeless Paramatma is also expressed as the very Atma I. With this background, we will enter into the stotram. Pratah Smarami Bhavabhiti Haram Suresham Gangadharam Rushabhavahanam Ambikesham Khatvanga Shula Varada Bhayahastamisham Samsara Roga Haram Aushadam Advitiyam. Achha, before entering the stotra, the title, let me give a little more explanation. Stotram, we have already seen, a collection of verses of praise, which are helping us to do smaranam, remembrance. So, a collection of verses of praise helping us to remember, helping us remembering. Whom? Shivaha, Lord Shiva. When? Prataha, morning. So, Pratah Smaranam means remembering in the morning. So, the stotra helping us to remember the Lord, remember in the morning. Whom? Shivaha, Lord Shiva. So, a collection of verses helping us to remember Lord Shiva in the morning is called Shiva Pratah Smarana Stotram. A collection of verses helping us to remember Shiva, Lord Shiva in the morning. Achha, what is the significance of Pratah, morning? The significance is, in the morning, activities have not yet started. Generally, this Pratah Smaranam is to be chanted immediately after you get up. Wake up and get up, because some people have gap between waking up and getting up, They wake up but don't get up. So, you wake up and get up from your bed. You can sit in the bed also, on the bed, and remember. The significance is that in the morning when you have woken up, then today's activities have not started. So, your mind has not become Rajasika, and your sleep is over, therefore it is not Tamasic also. So, you have relatively sattvic frame of mind, the mind which is characterized by the predominance of sattva guna. And sattvic mind is capable of focusing more, and therefore Pratah Smaranam, remembering in the morning, is considered to be important. So, tamas is gone, rajas has not yet come, sattva guna is there. Yesterday's worries, have been relatively forgotten. Today's worries have not yet started, and that is why mind is relatively calm, and therefore remember the Lord at that time. But most of the people, I think, the moment they get up, first thing check up this WhatsApp message. What is this? The WhatsApp Pratah Smaranam happens now. It's not a good thing. So, at least sometime, you take bath and do some japa, puja, and then you do it. At least have that much discipline. We can have that. I will check my phone only after this taking bath and after doing my puja, etc. Or at least taking bath, at least that much. Checking after puja, Swamiji, my puja 1 hour. By that time, so many messages must have come, they will be waiting. What message? Good morning, etc. Some flowers will be there. You also send some flowers. What is this? Some discipline we can have. Remember the Lord in the beginning. In fact, I generally do this. Your cell phone you can keep in other room. One good thing is always keep in other room. Because one thing they say that is signal will disturb your sleep. So, it is not good to have cell phone by your side. Many people use cell phone as an alarm clock. That's for Swamiji we have to have. You can buy alarm clock. 100 rupees, it doesn't cost more. 100 rupees alarm clock is there. So, you can keep phone away. In fact, when I go out and I have to stay somewhere when one room is there, I keep sometimes in the bathroom, but not in the room. That is the principle. Anyway, so idea is that you spend few minutes remembering the Lord. It expresses your priority. What you do first, expresses your priority. Give priority to Bhagavan. If you give priority to Bhagavan, then Bhagavan also will give priority to you, and your number will come up in moksha. So, I just joke. All right. So, that's why Pratah Smaranam. And Shiva, let us little bit ponder over that. The word Shiva is explained in 2 ways. Shati papam ashubham iti Shivaha. One who dilutes and by extension neutralizes all inauspicious things, that which dilutes papam or any inauspicious thing is called Shivaha. Mangalam ityarthaha. One who is embodiment of auspiciousness, neutralizing all that is ashubham, dukkha karakam, that is called Shivaha. That is why Shiva has got final meaning Ananda Swarupaha. Why? Because Shiva immediately means Mangalam, auspicious. And what is auspiciousness? Auspicious is that which brings happiness in your life. See, you consider certain things to be Mangalam. In Shastra they say a girl with bringing water on her head, the water pot on her head, Mangalam. Cow, if you see cow, nowadays we will not see, but if you see the cow when you come out, is Mangalam. So certain things, some Vedika, one person who knows Veda and you see him, Vedika, then is Mangalam. So certain things are considered to be Mangalam. What does it mean? Mangalam is that which brings something which is leading you to happiness, something good. And therefore, Mangalam means finally Ananda Swarupaha. In Mandukya Karikam, Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chaturtham Manyante. So there one commentator writes, Shivam, Shantam Shivam Advaitam. Shiva means Ananda Swarupaha. So Shiva is what? Ananda Swarupaha. Because it is Mangalam. Another meaning of Shiva is Shete Sarvam Asmin iti Shivaha. The one in whom everything is dissolved. Laya Karanam can be only that which is Srishti Karanam. Therefore, one who is Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanam Shivaha. On that Lord, who is the cause of creation, sustenance and dissolution, and one who is of the nature of happiness, fullness, to that Lord Shiva I remember in the morning. And for that this stotra is there. Therefore Shiva Pratah Smaranam Stotram. Alright. Now we will enter into the shloka. Pratah Smarami. Pratah in the morning is indeclinable. Those who know grammar, it is indeclinable. Smarami, I remember. And you can remember something when you have known that thing. If you have seen this Swami before, then you can say, yes, I remember. If you have not known something, you cannot remember that thing. Remembrance is always preceded by cognition, experience. So here when a person says Smarami, means I am recollecting what I have understood, what I have cognized, what I have thought before. So Pratah Smarami, I am recollecting the Lord. And what is he? Bhava Bhiti Haram. Haram is remover. One who is remover of Bhiti, fear. Fear of what? Bhava. Bhava means samsara, the cycle of birth and death. This struggle of becoming somebody, that is bhava. Bhava literally means birth, but birth implies death also. Therefore, the cycle of birth and death is bhava. And if we see in a larger sense, we are really speaking being born and dying every moment. Our body, every moment it is dying. Every moment millions of cells are gone. Next moment millions of cells are coming up. By the time this class is over, billions of cells must have died and many of them must have come back. And many of them will be newly born. And thus, every moment we have this life, birth and death. And this life which is characterized by the struggle of becoming somebody is called bhava. And a sadhaka has got the bhiti. My God, if I am not careful, again I will be born. So bhava bhiti, and that is removed by the Lord. Therefore it is called bhava bhiti haraha. Bhavasya bhitihi bhava bhitihi. Bhava bhitim harati iti bhava bhiti haraha. One who is removing the fear of samsara. And bhava bhiti can be taken in general. The fear which is happening in this samsara. Every jiva has got some fear or the other. Fear is a common feature for all jivas. Everybody is afraid of someone. General Manekshaw, have you heard the name General Manekshaw? He was supposed to be one of the very brave soldier. He became field marshal. But he was telling, I was afraid of two ladies. One is my wife, other is Indira Gandhi. So everybody will have some fear. Our President Bush, he was fond of eating, but his wife will not let him eat. And therefore, when she goes out, then he will tell the cooks, the White House cooks, they said, you cook all this, before she comes you cook this. Afraid. Everybody has some fear or the other. Our president may not have so much, but President of America, how much security is required? The security bill itself is in millions and billions. Every year, if you ask how much, so much, why? Because so much fear is there. So, as long as you have this sense of individuality, you cannot avoid fear. Some fear will be there. Now also somebody may fear, if Swamiji forgets to look at the clock and he will continue even before 12:35, what will happen? I am already feeling sleepy, I am feeling hungry, what will happen? Fear. Some fear or the other. You ask yourself, has any single day passed without having feeling of fear? Not there. Some fear or the other. Some fear will be in the background all the time. Oh Swamiji, I am so much worried about my daughter, I don't know what will happen. Not getting married. This is a big issue nowadays. If she grows, if she becomes 35, 37, what will happen? What will happen? Who will take care of her? After we go, what will happen to her? So much fear. Some fear or the other. So that fear is removed by the Lord. How? By making you discover that nothing can touch you. That is the ultimate solution. But before that, like interim relief, Bhagavan can help you to get rid of fear is, Bhagavan, when you have the devotion for Bhagavan, you develop so much trust in Ishvara that you always have the feeling, whatever happens, Bhagavan will do for my good only. Yat karoti saha shubhameva karoti. Whatever Bhagavan does will be good for me. So when the trust comes by the grace of Ishvara, then you can be relaxed. So Bhagavan gives this freedom from fear in two stages. First, by giving you trust, by granting you the trust because of which you are relaxed. See, when you trust someone and you are traveling with that person, you will not have fear. The same fellow, before marriage, if you are traveling, then still you may have fear that he may do something, he may take away money, etc. But married, now you have trust, then no fear. Same person. So trust brings fearlessness. And so Bhagavan makes you free from fear initially by providing you the trust. The trust also comes by the grace of Ishvara only. So the trust will be bhava bhiti haram. And later on, by this Atma Jnanam, what is the knowledge? I am asangaha. I am the adhishthanam of everything. I am the only reality. Nothing can touch me. By that asangatma jnanam, Bhagavan will remove your bhiti. Bhava bhiti haram. Suresham. He is the Lord of all the devatas. Sura means sushtum dadati. Sushtu rati iti suraha. Tesham ishaha. One who grants good things is called suraha. Devatas. Agni devata, Vayu devatas. The celestial entities, they are called suraha. And tesham api ishaha. the lord of all the devatas, is Suresha. Means all the devatas get their capacity to bless their devotees only from Shiva. That is why if you have complete trust in Shiva, you don't have to worry about this devata, this graha, that graha, all will be taken care of. Like if you know the Prime Minister, then all chota mota you don't have to be worried, They will fall in line. But we don't have complete trust in our Ishta Devata, Shiva or Krishna, whatever. Therefore he said, this I have to do, that I have to do it, nothing wrong in it. But if you have full trust, then no problem. He said, like in Hanuman Chalisa he said, Or Devata Chittana Dharai, Hanumanta says Sab Kucha Karai. Very beautiful saying is there. He says you don't have to bother about any other devatas. You do everything through Hanumanji. So I am not telling only Shiva. Any devata you have complete trust. Then you don't have to worry that this devata will be angry with me, that devata angry with me. Most of the people are worshipping the Lord out of fear only. That today I did not chant Vishnu Sahasranama, she will be angry with me. Today I did not chant Lalita Sahasranama, she will be definitely angry with me. Or today I did not do Naivedyam to this Devata, therefore agree. Today I did not this Stotra, then she will be angry. If you have complete trust in one form of the Lord, here in this case Shiva, then all will be taken care of. That trust should be there. I trust Shiva. Bhagavan will take care, Shiva will take care of all devatas. He will tell all the devatas whatever is required, it will be sent. So Suresha means he is the Lord of all the devatas. All the devatas attain get their capacity to bless their devotees from the Lord Shiva. Therefore Suresham. The next is Gangadharam, which we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi